The photographer who forgot to smile. Welcome to Deep Dive Diaries, a place where stories aren't just told, they're felt. If you believe that one story can change a life, then you're in the right place. Forget to subscribe, because today's story might just be the mirror you've been looking for. It's a strange thing about people who capture happiness. They often forget to keep some for themselves. And that's exactly what happened to Arham, a street photographer from Karachi, who could make anyone smile in front of his camera, except himself. Every morning, Arham roamed the streets of Sada with his old Nikon hanging from his neck. He had no studio, no fancy equipment, just a dream. Clicked photos of strangers, children chasing pigeons, an old man sipping tea, lovers holding hands at the seaside. His pictures told stories that words couldn't. People often said, "Arham, you have magic in your camera." He'd smile faintly and reply, "Magic? Maybe. But it only works for others." Because when the day ended and he looked into the mirror, he saw someone who hadn't smiled in years. Arham's life wasn't always lonely. He once had a partner, Maya, a writer. Together, they dreamed of creating a photo book, Faces of Karachi. She wrote stories. He took photos. It was supposed to be their masterpiece. But one rainy night, a car accident took Maya away, and with her, Arham's reason to create. 4 months, his camera gathered dust. Then, one day, a letter arrived written by Maya before the accident. It read, "If you ever stop taking pictures, the world will lose its storyteller. Promise me you'll never let pain steal your art." That night, Arham picked up his camera again. But his photos changed. They became deeper, heavier, almost melancholic. One evening, while clicking photos near Clifton Beach, Arham saw a little boy drawing in the sand. The boy's clothes were worn, his face covered in dust, but his eyes, they were bright. Arham crouched beside him and asked, "What are you drawing?" "My mother," the boy said. "She's in heaven. I draw her every evening before the waves wash her away." Arham's throat tightened. Took a photo not of the drawing, but of the boy's expression. Something in that moment broke the wall around his heart. He asked, "What's your name?" "Rehan." From that day, Rehan started meeting Arham every evening. The boy would draw, and Arham would click. Rehan reminded him of something he had forgotten, the beauty of small joys, even in lost months later. An art gallery offered Arham a chance to display his photos. He hesitated. "Who would care about street pictures?" he said. But Rehan pushed him. "Uncle, people will see the world through your eyes." He agreed. On opening night, the walls of the gallery were filled with faces, laughter, pain, hope. But the most captivating photograph was of Rehan smiling beside his sand drawing. A visitor whispered, "This picture, it feels alive." Arham smiled for the first time in years. At the end of the evening, a man approached him. "Your photographs have something rare, truth. We want to publish them as a collection." The title they chose, The Photographer Who Forgot to Smile. After the exhibition, Arham rushed to the beach to tell Rehan the news. But the boy wasn't there. The tea vendor nearby said softly, "He passed away last night. Poor child didn't make it." Arham froze. His camera slipped from his hands. That evening, he stood by the waves, the same spot where Rehan used to draw. He took one last picture of the sunset reflecting on the wet sand, where a faint drawing still remained. He whispered, "You gave me back my smile, little one." CO. A year later, Arham's book won the National Arts Award. But he didn't talk about fame or money. On stage, he said, "This award belongs to 2 people. One who believed in my art, and one who taught me to feel again. A writer and a child. Both gone, but both still alive in my pictures." He paused and smiled genuinely. This time, learned something. You, need to be in the picture to change someone else's life. Sometimes, being behind the lens is enough. If this story touched your heart, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Deep Dive Diaries. Every story we tell carries a piece of truth, a spark of hope, and a reminder that no matter what you've lost, there's always something left to capture. Life itself. Message: moral pain doesn't end your story. It can begin a more meaningful chapter. Creativity heals what grief breaks. Every person you meet leaves a picture in your heart. Some stay forever.